Okay, there. I was doing all that talking. I guess it wasn't picking up. Anyways, it sucks that YouTube doesn't have that ability to have the chat because it would be easier to for me to just use that off of there. So, sorry about that. I didn't know. So I can't be mad at what I didn't know. So I showed you guys why I go to the um D stashes because these are totally worth it. They're totally worth it. I'm going to wait a couple of seconds here. I hope I did this right. It says that it is live. Hmm, I don't know. Okay. Um, Total dilemma. Now, I'm going to show you guys the good, the bad, and the super ugly of what is going on in my life. Um, Now I know that I'm gonna just say this right quick. I know that I'm gonna have to downsize as far as my machines go. I have way too many machines. And what I am thinking about doing, what I've told my husband that I want to do is I have a 16 needle Bernina upstairs in my sewing room slash embroidery room. And down here, I took the front room, the formal front room and living dining room, and converted them into my quilting room, right? Well, I still have too many machines. So what I'm thinking about doing is taking my 16 needle Bernina and my 6 needle brother, taking them to the sewing center. I haven't decided which one yet. And just getting a 10 needle because the Bernina's not getting any attention. And it's a great machine, great machine. I love it. But I love the fact that my brother, my Luminaire, and my Scan and Cut and the 10 needle will all be able to talk to each other. Like I can just I love that. So I love that for me, as they say, right? So that's what I'm thinking. 6 needle and 16 needle, sell both of those back to the store and get the 10 needle. I think the 1060 is the newest one that's out. So, hey there, hey, picture me crafting. How are you, baby girl? Um, Let me show you guys. Now I still have my um I'm gonna show you a couple of things that I bought. Just a couple, just a couple. Um, I still get this right here, the Fat Quarter, the Lori Holt Fat Quarter Club, because why? I love Lori Holt. Me and Shay Shay have an addiction. Um, and I have been, uh, one second, y'all. I have been collecting them. Sorry. In the Lori Holt box that she has. So cute, Jesus. And so what this came from the what is this called? The Soul Sampler box. Got another one of those. And so it was a whole Lori Holt, you know what? So I threw that in there. So when I get them, I just throw them right in here. Now, this is not all the Lori Holt I have. Let's just be honest. Seriously, come on now. So I keep them in there. Okay, let me tell you something. So my husband came to me and he was like, "Babe, you've got to listen to these headphones." And that's his thing, is music. He collects headphones and music stuff and keyboards and all this kind of whatever. He's doing a whole music studio at our other house. And so I was like, "Oh, I'm watching something. I'm looking at the Japanese things on how to be a minimalist, you know?" And he was like, he put them on my head and I started listening. It was one of my favorite gospel songs. And I was like, yeah, I need these. So I actually ordered my own. Let me show you what they are. I know this is off topic and just so super random, but you guys have got to see these. If you can get your hands, what the hay bells? On those headphones. I don't even know where they are. Hey, Will. I'll show you guys in a minute because I've got all these boxes and I don't know. I don't know which one it is, but I don't think it's that box. We'll open it. So I didn't even realize I signed up for this one. This is a BOM, and this is the first quilt. Oh, is those lights bothering y'all? So it's this one right here, and it has. I don't know if in here they're going to show us all the different ones, but they have a thimble and they have a this and they have a that. Oh yeah, they do. Check it out. Look at these. Can y'all see these? Is that too much glare? Talk to me. Talk to me. Hey, Sipping Crafts, how are you? Hi, Glitz, Glamour, and Bold. Hi, Mama Baby. That's my baby. That's my little melanist baby. She and I, we talk all the time. But anyways, this one is from Stitch in Heaven. And I saw it and I was like, that is so cute, but I do not remember signing up for it. But they give you a hell of a lot of fabric. Look at that. And this is going to be a really big quilt. It's uh, this block is a 16 by 29 is what it comes out to be. And there are 5 blocks that I see here. So y'all can do the math on that because I'm horrible. I married a mathematician, honey, because I can't count 2 and 2. So I got that. And I went on Facebook Marketplace and this lady had something that I wanted. Sorry about the noise, y'all. Some people don't like that. I'm sorry. And I'm going to show you guys what I got for her for $60. Should I show y'all that one first? No, I'm going to show you this. So Grace Company, it's a Christian bookstore store. Just so y'all know, they're having like a 50% off, 70% off, whatever. So I was able to get quite a few books. This Fullness of Joy, just reading it and all the reviews on it, I was like, yeah, I got to get that one up in there. The Peace Under Pressure, I got that one. The Attributes of God, like, oh my God, you guys, I know this is off topic, but this book had so many reviews and I started reading it and it just made me want to cry. I was like, oh my God, Lord, you're so good. And Is God Enough for Me? Finding Real Contentment in Christ. I got that one. And these were study books, you know. And that all of those were it came my bill came to like 65 bucks. So when I tell you that they've got a really good sale going on, if you want some good study books, you know, just to do your morning devotionals or whatever, go on over there to grace.com and get yourself this. Now look at this, what I got for $60. And I had wanted one of these, but I was on the fence because you guys know I have a scrapbooking room too. Mm, mm, mm. I hate to even say it out loud. I'm gonna take y'all there. We about to travel. We about to travel. And don't judge because our whole house, we're all addicts. We all have our thing that we are addicts about. And I let my husband do whatever he wants to do. I do not, I don't get in over there because I don't want him telling me nothing. But look at this. I got this vacuum cleaner right here. Okay. That attaches to this system right here, all for 60 bucks. And this is where you can make the plastic shells and all of that kind of stuff like that, you know? And then she gave me the molds and the powders and all of that stuff that goes in there and the glue. I was just like, that's a hell of a good deal. So that's that. All right, you guys ready? I got more stuff to show, but I'm not going to show it all of this. Well, we're going to go to Fabric Land right quick. I've got a quilt on the my quilting frame right now. It's been there for, I don't know, 2 weeks, and it's supposed to be quilted today. So I don't know if I'll get to it, but it's supposed to be quilted today. Let's go. Let's travel. My husband hates it when I wear these onesie. He thinks I look like a little a little baby girl, but I don't care. I love my onesies. I used to love to put my daughter in these onesies. Okay, so let me show y'all. As Shay Shay says, don't judge. Okay. So when you walk in, of course, there's the quilting frame right there, right? So my husband, oh, I hope I ain't moving too fast. My husband thought it would be really good if he put these containers, sorry, I got to lift the quilt up under here, for I could store my fabrics. So I put my um all my dyes for my AccuQuilt over there. If y'all can see that. I don't know what you're seeing. But then we start with the fabric. I'm walking it down, y'all. I'm walking it down. Now, these ones right here, these are fabrics that are that came out of my, what are these called? This Soul Sampler boxes. These are all of the stuff that you get in the Soul Sampler box up in here. Okay. Priceless. Hello? Stop it now. But this is all the stuff that I got. You know what? Let me turn my light on right quick. Let me turn this light on. I always leave this on, and my husband's like, "Stop leaving that light on when you're not quilting or whatever." But he leaves his on the office. But we ain't gonna talk about that. Okay. So this right here are what you get when you go to the D stashes, y'all. Look at this. Like these are my browns. Oh, tumbos. Okay, these are my blues. Slide down. These are my pinks and reds. You see? So the girl was trying to be organized originally, but then it kept growing because I kept shopping. I wish I could say this was it. No, I've got so much that we have racks in our garage. Like the car goes in, but the racks are up high, right? So I took those bins and it had like food during COVID. Oh, crap. During COVID, look at this. And I threw all of that stuff away because it's old food, right? Um, so I threw all of that away and I stacked fabric. Look how gorgeous. Like, who's going to leave this at the, come on now. And they will have prices like $4 for like, I don't know, 5 or 6 yards of fabric. You have a lot of fabric, but looks like you have them together by color. Sip and Craft, you my friend, girl. I do. Well, I did. I did have them. Um, but I kind of okay, but wait. So there's this side. There's also the back side. Come on. Come on. Wait, before we even go back there, let's go over here. These over here are more kits. Like, let me take this one out. Look at this kit right here. $55 for all of these fabrics. You guys know when I go to the fabric store, it's like 16 plus a yard. And I'm gonna show you some cool fabric that they came out with. They're dragons and they look like scales. Cool as anything. Okay. I, I, I'm not gonna pass that up. So of course I got multiple kits. $25. Now look at this one. I'm gonna show y'all this one. Look at how much fabric is in here. And you can't see it because of the lighting, I know. Okay, and it's for this quilt right here. Look at the price tag, y'all. Look at the quilt. Now, I know when I go to the fabric store, and I go often because I have so many of them so close to me. I have one that's dang near walking distance. And right here in Little Elm, I was shocked when I found that out when I went to a retreat. But one of the ladies that um, goes to the retreat owns the fabric store. So, anyways, these kits, I don't even know how many I have. Like, I'm going to need my own shipping container. Me and my girlfriend were fighting over this one. She got so mad because she wanted this one. It was $36, but it has all the fig tree fabrics in there. Look at how gorgeous that is. So I was like, she was like, you should give that one to me. Those are not even your colors. I was like, I got a granddaughter. All colors are my colors. Pink and purple, yeah. I've already made her 2 quilts though, and I need to make my grandson Matthew, a quilt. Okay, let's go to the back. I'm gonna show y'all. Stick around. Okay, come on. Even when I come back here, I'm just like, girl, why? Why did you do this to yourself? Okay, here we go. I'm gonna show y'all. Y'all ready? Can y'all see? I'm gonna hold it up this way. Look at these guys. Look at these. Okay, wait, let's stop for a minute. Look at this kit. $45. Ain't nobody got time to play. $35 for this one. Kits, $40. This one was $75, but it's normally $199. Okay. And it's my girl. Come on. Yoda. I love what is her name? Something Yoder. I love her fabrics. I actually watch her. And this one right here. And I think she gave me, yeah, she gave me this one for $75 too. So that's why some of the stuff started adding up. But okay, look at this. There's more. Look at this. Look at these containers right here. I've got these big bundles because I've been shopping on the, what is it? Soye site. So that's what those guys are. Okay. Okay. And it goes deep. Those drawers go deep. So some of the stuff is like you're seeing the front of it, but there's even more in the back. Come on. Now, that I've disgraced myself in my quilting area. And there's more. There's stuff I haven't put away. Let's go over here. Let's see this. And there's more. All these bags down here. Can y'all see that? There's more. Um, this is my Q20 that's loaded up with all of this stuff right here. I need to give this away to somebody, anybody. But let me show you guys this right here. I'm going to show you this fabric right quick. And then we're going to go upstairs to my sewing room. Okay, so this is the new fabric. Look at these dragons. Look at the fabric. It's got like gold going through them. I'm going to open it up for you can see it. Look at that. And then the coordinating fabric are the scales of the dragon. And I only got a yard of that. I got to go get more. I have to, because that's, my grandkids are going to love that one. You know, guys know I have 6 grandsons and, what do I have? 6 grandsons and 1 granddaughter. Yeah, I had to think about it, Jesus. Okay, here we go. Y'all want to go in my scrapbooking room? Who wants to also go in my scrapbooking room? Hmm? Okay, here we go. Now, before I embarrass myself, let me just put a little disclaimer out there because I don't want anybody to think I'm bragging because I'm not. If somebody could help me with this sickness and help me to get over this overconsumption, and I'm working on myself, but I also know what I have to do. So I have not even opened all of my X Tool stuff. I was talking to Sean on the phone the other day and I was like, girl, I haven't even opened my X Tool stuff. I just bought it all up in my sewing room before I would have to deal with it. Okay. But I'm going to do it today. I'm going to have my husband do it because he said, honey, you just can't have that stuff in there. You need to make sure it all works. It's under warranty, but you need to make sure it works. Boy, bye. Okay, so this is my Bernina 16 right here. The 16 needle Bernina. That baby ain't getting no use. Okay. We're going to go over my fabrics right quick. Y'all ready? I hope y'all sitting down. Look at, there's more right here from the one D-stash that I went to that I haven't even gone through yet. See this? Help, Jesus. Help me. Okay, wait. Okay, I'm going to put you right here where I can open up my closet. And this is my headquarters up here. Of course, we got to corumify the chair, right? Okay. There's this basket right here of randoms, whatever, fabrics and felts and stuff like that. But we ain't talking about this right here. Oh, wait. That's not cute. Ah. And then my daughter bought me this one. She paid a grip for that. I was like, Kimberly. She was like, you're worth it, Mom. I'm like, I know, but you didn't have to do that. Okay, let's move over here. Here we go. This is thy closet. We're going to start up high. Those bins over there. There's 2 big bins over there. And then these are actually organized. Like this is my bias tape. Let me move this over here. This is my bias tape, my DMC, my silk threads. You know, the girl ain't all unorganized. This is my lace, my buttons, my feet, my zippers, and some sewing threads. And that's another addiction I have is my threads. Okay, and then over here are just, this is my actual fabrics. And I'm starting to collect these mesh for the buy any bags. I'm starting to collect some of those up in there. And then there's more fabrics. There's bags of fabrics. There's fabrics back there. This right here is my CompuLock machine, I think. I don't use that. I never used it. My husband bought it for me because he's a sweet person. These are my rulers, some of them. Look at, you guys know I've been collecting those um, Quilter Select rulers for downstairs for quilting. And then I like to use the Creative Grid rulers up here for my sewing. I don't know why, but that's just the way that it turned out to be. But I'm going to downsize because it's too much stuff. It's just too much stuff. See, I mean, you can walk in here, but you don't want to because it's just too much stuff. And hell, my son was cleaning out his room because he got new desks and everything, and he's got his stuff on my floor, some of his book collections and his guitar. Yeah. So that's that, guys. Okay. You ready? We're going to continue the travel. I'm going to show you my scrapbooking room. If you thought, oh, this is the other way, the other part of the room over here. This one over here. So this is the whole room. Let's go. We got more disgraceful behavior than just those two areas, honey. We're disgraceful all over the place. I told you I'm very consistent. This, my love, is my scrapbooking room. Now, let me shut the door. Back in the day, we had our Cricut machines. And of course, I had to get a little addicted to collecting those. I think I have them all because I started buying those um, cases where you could just put you're right, your organization is just, you just have a lot, right? Yeah, I just have a lot. Um, those cases where you could just put your Cricut cartridges in there. And I had to have my door reframed and stuccoed, and I haven't painted it. So if you guys are wondering why that looks like that, because I have never painted the door back. Once we had to take all of this off in order to bring my desk in. And I'm going to show you. So anyways, I collected almost all of the Cricut cartridges. I've since given some away, but I still have containers that are full of Cricut cartridges. So this is my scrapbooking room. And I used to do what is this one called? It'll come to me in a minute. But she has online every year. What is her name? Um, so that's what those guys are. And they have all of the dies in there. So these are my dies. All of these are dies. I just, yeah, they're all filled with dies. And I started organizing them, and it just got to be overwhelming, you know, but it's because all of these still need to be organized. It's whatever, though. It's whatever. And more stuff, more stuff. These right here are all filled with, like, when I do Tim Holt and I got stuff on clearance when Joanne was going out of business. So I just stocked up on that. This right here is also all the Tim Holtz dies and all of that kind of stuff like that. I love Tim Holtz stuff. I really do. And I tell myself I'll have more time when I'm retired. Those are the big dies. Now these right here, I took all of my diamond art and I put them in by themselves because keeping all the boxes like this, keeping these big boxes, no, it's just too much. So I took them all out and I put them in these right here. And so I'm able to get, I don't even know how many fits in here, but a whole lot of them. And then the actual canvases, I put them in these right here for storage. So my drills go in here and my canvases go in those. Okay, let's keep going. Uh, we'll go this way. Over here, this madness right here, that stuff on the floor all needs to go somewhere, but there's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go. This right here are all of my, let me get you guys settled here. These, when they go on sale for $2.49 at um, Hobby Lobby or whatever, that's when I like to really stack up on them. So these are what can't fit in here. Addictions are real, people. Let go and let God. And of course, I love Marilyn Monroe. So, of course, the whole wall is dedicated to her. Can you guys see Marilyn? She was really a strong woman. Everybody tries to make it like she was just like a ditzy bimbo, but she really wasn't. Um, yeah, you have to read her story, her real story, in order to know that. But this right here starts the beginning of all of my organizers. And those organizers are all in here just waiting for some attention, but they don't get any attention because I'm not organized because I got too much stuff. All of these are, let me move all of this out of the way for y'all can see this, are stamps, my stamp collections. So it goes all the way across here. And these drawers, let me get you settled right quick. These drawers as well. I love these ones right here. And the heartfelt, I love these ones too. I don't really love red rubber anymore, but okay. So look at, if you look over here, look at the floor, guys. More stamps, other clubs that I'm a part of, scrapbooking clubs. All of these are my dies. Let me move this out of the way. Oh, crap. Are my dies. And it goes from here all the way up. Yeah. Come on, keep going. Over here, I have to laugh at myself. I really do. Are my collection of um, die machines. And they kept coming out with it. You know, you start here, 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 and they get bigger and bigger. And I kept telling myself, well, when you go to your scrapbooking retreats, you're going to need small ones. But when you're at home and you're using your big dies, you're going to need big ones. So you have to have them all. And that would have been fine. That's a great thought, Lisa. But why did you have to have Anna Griffin. That's who I used to go to all of hers every year. The Anna Griffin ones and have the Gemini ones. I don't know. I think because I was collecting the Gemini ones and I started going to the Anna Griffin, they kept saying at the retreat how much better the Anna Griffin were. So then I had to get all of those ones. Yeah, it's just something you tell yourself. Isn't this cute right here, though? I love that with my flowers and stuff. I love the visual interest of things. And of course, we have my cuties. Can you guys see my cuties? Ooh, I thought that was bees. I'm having bees in my house infiltrating in my attic. So I gotta call and get that taken care of. Okay, so this is my scrapbooking room. I'm gonna even show y'all my desk. I don't know why my son's sword is in here, but it is. This is my desk. And my bestie Alan took my Mac computer that goes right here. Are you guys shameful like this? Huh? You missed my diamond painting? I know. I know. I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, I need to get back into my diamond painting, you know? Okay, let's go. Oh, we can't go in here because I actually gave my son my light. This is just where I keep all of my papers and tons of bins of whatever, whatever, but they're labeled, all the stuff you need for scrapbooking, rotary blades and all of that kind of stuff like that, book binding machines and stuff. But look at all my guts of my light up there. I took it down and for we could test the balance for the for my son's room. Those are all my Martha Stewart ones. Okay. So you guys don't need to see in the drawers and all of these things over here. You're probably bored with this already, but I did collect all of the stuff that goes with all the vinyls. I had to take them out their cartridge to get them all in there and everything like that. So all of the different vinyls and stuff. Okay, now you guys have seen my shame. My 5 areas, 2 downstairs, oh, 4, and 2 upstairs. Okay, now I feel better. There's only 4 areas. Okay, my son is still sleeping. My husband is emptying out his office. Let me turn this light off. Hi, Luggy Lug. So now we're going to go back downstairs. And, okay. So, again, when Shay Shay was saying that she had a lot of fabric, I was like, no, you don't. And I didn't even show you guys in this area right here. This is my quilting area where I cut my fabrics and all that kind of stuff like that. But everything is such a mess. And then when you say you're going to declutter, um, you make more of a mess. So as opposed to taking everything out, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the Komori way of getting rid of stuff. I'm going to go through and say, does this spark joy? Or even do I feel overwhelmed? And if I feel overwhelmed by it, I'm going to get rid of it. And there's so much to like my scrapbooking that um, I'm not gonna do, like my oversized cutters and I mean, I've just got too much of it. It's just too much. And so many things come out new and I keep the old stuff. So all of that has got to go. Um, I'm not one for having like garage sales. I am just one for giving the crap away. The money is spent, honey, gone, gone, gone. So I will just give it away. Um, my girlfriend, she actually did a whole new house. Her house flooded and she was at her resort in Belize and her house flooded. So she was like, you know what? I don't want any of the stuff. Let's just gut out the whole house and redo the whole house. And that's what they did. And then when the delivery came for her stuff, she was like, I don't want any of that stuff back in here. She was like, Lisa, y'all come and see what you want. And I said, mm-mm. I don't want any. I don't want any. I'll help you get rid of it. Take it to the women's shelter. I called my niece over. I called my nephew over, because she had like a four-car garage and her whole house full of stuff that she wanted to get rid of. And so we just, I did take a big pot because I needed a big pot, and she gave me a couple of quilts for Logan's bed. But, and some pillow forms. I took the pillow forms. I did do that. But I didn't take what I could have brought home was a whole nother house, But as y'all saw, I don't need it. I don't need it, Jesus. Um, so that's my method too. I give it away, right? Just here, take it, have it, be blessed. This is that Soul Sampler box, and I'm still getting stuff, y'all. Look at these fabrics. Now, see, I can't get rid of that kind of stuff. I can't. And they gave you a pen. They gave you some needles, 9014s. I had what, 7511s, these organ needles, but I didn't have any 9014s. And I don't usually use the Schmidt. I have a lot of them. And this machine right here, I can use them in my brother, not my brother, my TLC over there, the 2010 Junkie. I can use it in that, and then they gave you some thread, and of course they give you books and patterns. I love getting my little Soul Sampler boxes. They gave you that one, this one. I'm not really good at showing all this stuff. Some people spend a whole hour showing what they got in their Soul Sampler box. And I'm like, I have to speed it up because that's just how my mind is. But anyways, they gave y'all some patterns up in here. Now this is cute. I will do this one. I will do this one because I've got six grandsons. I'm like, but I'm very grateful that God gave me mostly boys because I'm not that good with girls. I'm not. I'm too selfish. I go and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go buy my granddaughter some stuff, and then by the time I get home, I'm like, you didn't meet your objectives. You got everything for you, girl. But anyways, so um, let's see what's in this box right here. I'm not gonna be on much longer, y'all, because I know I can. I don't even know what's in this box. Hey, Will. Hey, Willie. Did you guys see? I changed companies. I went from T-Mobile, who I've had for over 17 years, to AT&T the other day. Um, I went on that cruise with my daughter last month, and they used up all my credits for my phone credits and my Wi-Fi credits, calling them because they literally turned my phone off because they said I owed $400 when I went on the cruise. It ran up to $400 just in text messages at $5.95 a text. And so I was like, you turned my phone off? You better get my phone back on for $400. What are you doing? And so, oh, this was those headphones. I can show you guys. And so by the time I made it back home, I had an $895 bill. I was like, well, it is what it is, you know. And I called them and they were like, Mrs. Cooper, we'll give you $200 credit. You've been with us a long time and it was somewhat our fault. And I was like, yeah, it was mostly your fault, but you should have turned your phone on airplane mode. I says, I didn't know that. Fast forward. My daughter's was $1,500 for her bill. And they gave her $1,500 credit. So I called them back and I'm like, yo, what's up with this? You know, and they were like, yeah, well, it stands the way it stands. So I says, either you fix this bill or I'm gonna cancel my service with you guys. And they were like, oh well. I was like, okay. So I called back and because the guy was real rude. So I called back and I talked to another person and they were like, Mrs. Cooper, we're so sorry. Yes, we will credit your bill. And do you want it to go back to credit card number da 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 da? And I was like, yeah, that's fine. And then it went, sure, we will. And it went, "Grr." So I called back. They were like, no, we're not giving you credit. I was like, I was just talking to a supervisor. She said you were going to fix my bill. And they were like, no, we're not. I was like, you guys are stressing me out. So it just so happened I was walking in Target and they had a representative for AT&T there. And long story short, I switched. So when I switched T-Mobile, it's like, Mrs. Cooper, don't switch. We'll give you credit. I'm like, I'm done. And it made sense for me to switch because they cover Ecuador. So I don't even have to get the international plan when Willie and I travel there in August. Because you have to get it for all phone lines. So I have to spend $300 for 30 days um, on the international plan. I won't have to do that because I cover Ecuador. Anyways, so um, these are the headphones, guys. I know I'm way off topic on everything, but they look cray cray, but they look like this. When I say, you know that song, Ring My Bell? You can ring my girl, you will hear every ding, ding. I mean, it's just, they have like a studio effect in this part. So the name of these, half of me. That's the name of it. I am so happy to have them. Now, mind you, I have some other headphones. He got me some really nice ones for Christmas and this, that, and the other. And my husband thinks if it's expensive, it's nice. Yeah, I don't. I say if I like it, it's nice. So we're totally different. So, what am I going to do? I am going to literally take a box, take a box, and just start chugging things in there. Um, and getting rid of some of this stuff. And my girlfriend, who is, I forget what they call it. Back in the day, we called it home economics. I don't know what they call it now. So she is a home economics teacher. I think they call it domestic engineering or something. I don't know. She got a master's in it. But um, so she can take it to her school and give it to the people. As far as like even my scrapbooking room, my dies and all of those kind of things, I'm going to go through meticulously, go through these things in there and get rid of stuff. Stuff that I'm not going to use has to go because it takes up your space and it's clutter. It's so much clutter. The Japanese, the one lady says, "How many pictures do you have in your house?" Started counting pictures and I was like 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. And they said, think of it as a wagon, like you're pulling a wagon and that stress that it has on the body. And I was like, yeah, that's a lot of weight just in pictures. How many chairs do you have in your house? Um, just everything. If it's all mental clutter, and we don't think, as they say, it's the prefrontal cortex that registers all of our emotions and clutter and all of these kind of things. And I was like, mine's is probably worn down to an eraser because I've got so much stuff. So, anyways, I hope you guys go on a journey with me to declutter and get rid of my stuff because that's what I want to do. No judgment. I just need you to make room. Oh, for my X tools, right? Yeah. Well, I had my sublimation printer, um, and I'm like, not going to do sublimation. I don't want to do sublimation. So I literally took the printer and put it in the trash can. I was like, you're not going to do it. You need to make the space. So that's what I did with my sublimation printer. I know y'all probably like, what? Yes. And so now I have all those sublimation tumblers and cups. Now, wait, okay. I'm not going to do the tumblers. I'm not going to do the shirts and stuff like that. Now, I do have the Cricut, the heat press for the mugs, and I will use that, but I'm not using that. And I even have a brand new oven in my shed that I'm not going to do it. So it's got to go. Um, let's see. So, anyways, in my scrapbooking room, I'm getting rid of all of, or I'm going to say even half of my stuff. And then in my sewing room, um, I'm gonna take that Bernina 16 needle Bernina out of there and this 6 needle brother and just go and get a 1060 brother, which is a 10 needle that will work better for me. I think evaluating what you have, um, and the space for me is really important because when I feel overwhelmed, I'm not productive at all. It just stresses me out. So the clutter has to go. I bought that Print Moda printer. Um, have not used it at all. And I'm giving myself 60 days on my machines. And if I haven't used them, they will go. I even have the Brother um, s- straight stitch machine that um, Becky uses. She was saying how she loves it and da 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 da. I bought it and the thread kept unthreading and I text her, well not text her, but I sent a message and she said, oh, buy this type of thread from Connect Threads. And I did that and it still didn't solve the problem. If you don't use anyways, so it kept unthreading itself. And I was like, why am I struggling with this? Why am I suffering? This is taken away from my fun of sewing. So I bought the TL 2010Q from Quilt Country. And I love that Junkie machine. I love it. And so the other machine is just sitting over here. This brother is just sitting there. Why? I don't need it. I don't want it. Um, I bought a sewing machine, a Bernetta sewing machine for Logan, and I was teaching him how to sew. Well, he doesn't want to learn how to sew. I felt like I was dragging him into, loving something that he doesn't love. And so I'm going to get rid of that. And that machine is only a few months old, but I cannot think that way. Again, they say don't think about the money you spent or the waste of money you spent. Um, get rid of the clutter. So that machine has to go. I have a Singer sewing machine um, that I was making those rugs with, the rope rugs. And I didn't want to mess up my luminaire on something like that, being hard on the machine. But I don't like it, so it's got to go. The CompuLock, it's got to go. I have too many sergers. And mind you, I gave away 2 machines in the last 30 days. So if you're feeling overwhelmed like I am, just get rid of it. Just, I don't even care if it's a small thing, even if it's a pair of earrings you don't like, just throw it away or bless somebody else or curse somebody else, whichever way you think about it. So, anyways, guys, I'm gonna get my little ugly self off of here, as I always says. I'm making pecan pralines today. Oh my good Lord, glitz, glamour, and bold. You go, girl. You go. Headed to Oakville for practice. What is that? What's Oakview? You might be able to use the tumbler with the X tools. Maybe I will be. Hmm. I don't know. I'll have to look at that because I have two different ones. My husband bought me the one that works like a Cricut, where it has, you can print and color and stuff like that inside of it. So, yeah, I think that's exactly what I'm going to do first. I'm going to go set up my X tools and then I'm going to get a box in my sewing room and just start getting rid of stuff that I have, even if I just have too much of it. So, you guys be blessed and have a great day. I have already made my dinner. I made spaghetti. I was making breakfast and then my Walmart stuff came in. And let me show you guys. And so when my Walmart stuff came in, I was just like, I'm just gonna go ahead and cook and get this stuff done already, Jesus. So sorry, going through the house here. Um, and I'm getting rid of some of my pots and pans too. I have been getting rid of stuff, y'all. I really have. Okay, check it out. Oop, see, I got my sketty all done. I got my sketty all done. It's ready. Um, But yeah, I actually went through my dishes already. This is my cabinet right here. And these are the only ones we use up in here. This is it. So this is pulled to the forefront and all that space back there is actually empty. So, mm-mm, mm-mm. And I don't even know why I bought these because I hate them even being in my, sorry. I did something. Sorry about that. I don't even like these being in my cabinet because of the color of them, but it is what it is. But I just use these glass storage things right there. But I don't have a lot of dishes because we don't use a lot of dishes. But I said to myself, I'm going to get a brand new pot set every um, year. And so I'm going to go ahead and order a pot set to be sent to me. My client gave me this set right here. And they're really nice pots. And so I went to look at some of those, and they were $300. And we're not really supposed to do that nonstick, and this doesn't have any of that in there. Um, but I love the cast iron pots and pans. I love those. But these tea falls and stuff have that nonstick, and Teflon is what it's called, and we're not supposed to have that. So it is what it is. Anyways, I's best to go. Yeah. Oh, my husband didn't come because he's taking a nap. Anyways, you guys be blessed and have a great day and declutter. Deuces. Scrapping like a lady. I'm out.